The stream from now on is focusing more on my travels and my life and hanging out with you guys and the community stuff. We have a lot of try-hard leaders in these places that try to do cool stuff for their club members. And up till now, I didn't really shout them out. I didn't do a very good job of promoting them. And I feel really bad about that because, frankly, they're doing some incredible stuff in these clubs. I just want to show you one thing that I think demonstrates this really well, and it's from the movie club. Now, the movie club, before promotions and stuff like that, usually got no more than like a handful of people watching every week. And in spite of that, in spite of all of that, the movie club managed to do a lot. So what they do is they watch a movie every single week. At about 10 or 11 weeks of movies, they say that the season is over and they do an Academy Awards show where they vote on what are some of the best movies in different categories. The club leader will make the call as to what to do there. And then they design a movie club poster for each season. This is, of course, season 1. And in each of these posters, you have little Easter eggs from all of the movies that were covered that season. And so it's really, really fun. You have all these little doodads. Season 2, they get even trippier with it. So this is a whole collage of these different kinds of Easter eggs from the movies. And then, of course, they promote when it's happening and all of this, and they do it live on Discord. They prepare a whole slideshow of these different movies. They give synopsises of what happened for people that may have missed these films. Really, really incredible stuff. And you expect this from all of the clubs. So if I go to another one here, and of course, you're going to get some insight on my shout outs and things like that. Let's go ahead and look at this. So this is a document created by the person running the book club. Ironically, I'm not running the book club despite my name. And yeah, they have it broken down into all the sections that you'll read. They have a synopsis here along with the title of what they're going to be reading. And, you know, it's all very well planned out. And down here, of course, we have a breakdown of the family tree for the book to help people out, and I'm sure they could add other reference materials as it's helpful for them to do so. But yeah, I think the club leaders are taking these clubs very, very seriously, and I certainly am as well, trying to help them out with whatever I can, getting them set up with Google Forms or helping them kind of create more efficient processes for getting things done. I'd highly recommend that you check these out. Join the Discord. Go to the README page. There are several different React posts for joining these various clubs. And yeah, become a part of them. Show up every week. If you'd like to start your own, just get 3 members together, write down what your activities would be and when you'd be meeting, send that over to me, and then we'll talk about setting that up for you. I'm happy to help you do anything for your club. So if you want help figuring out Google Forms or what it is that you would do, or spurring discussion or promoting it, those are all things I want to do. We're entering into a new arc with this stream where I'm kind of trying to move away from the Twitch politics scene a little bit more. That doesn't mean that we'll entirely be cut off. We're still going to do reviews and stuff like that. I just really need to take those seriously. I can't be half-assing them and then getting awful clips made of me and then having to immediately walk back statements that I think are clearly hyperbolic. You know, like I can't keep doing that, and I don't enjoy doing it. And I think me not enjoying doing it is part of the reason why we have a lot of these bad clips and stuff like that. Just because I'm frustrated, I'm not happy. I'm much happier doing my travels, talking about traveling, talking about my Discord community and the cool stuff that we're doing and stuff that we're watching and the fun stuff that's happening in these communities of like-minded people who are just trying to enjoy life, not in these communities that are super politics focused and debate focused and drama focused. That's not as fun for me, at least as a creator. I don't find it as stimulating or fulfilling. That's not to say that you can't have fun watching it. And that's something I have to work on, is not, you know, demonizing the audience for enjoying those things. I used to be one of you, right? It's a lot less fun when you're on this side of the camera and it's your job. At least for me personally, I know Relly has fun with it. Chud has fun with it. Plenty of other people have fun with it. Just not my thing. And I can't keep swinging away at that because I'm just going to continue to be an unhappy person. I hope it comes off, but I'm a lot happier knowing that I don't have to do that. And you know, financially, I'm going to have to try and figure out how I'm going to make that work, and we're going to have to figure out new kinds of content and IRL streams and stuff like that. But you know, I'm excited to refocus on enjoying streaming and looking forward to doing it, and being anxious when I'm not able to, right? Like So that's kind of the arc that we're on, and I want to focus more on promoting people in my community doing cool stuff, and meeting up with cool hosts like the one I'm currently staying with in Copenhagen, and learning more about the world, and then sharing that with you guys. That's kind of what I'm about, and what I want to try and do more of. So this month I'm in Denmark for basically the entire month. The reason why I'm here is because I waited until my 90 days refreshed that I could spend in the Schengen zone in Europe, and my 90 days has refreshed. At the end of these 90 days, I'll be going to TwitchCon, and that's about the end of how long I can stay here. So it was mostly about figuring out what do I do before TwitchCon. And I have what I call my global Rolodex of viewers and patrons and other people who either are willing to show me around their city or want to meet up, or the highest level of these people, they want to host me, which is where I'm at currently. There's a guy that lives in Copenhagen. He's like, hey, I have a spare room and I can, throw a bed in there and a desk, and you could do your stream in there, and I'd be happy to show you around the city. I work as an architect, and I know a lot about the city and about the buildings and about the culture and the history, and I'd love to show you around. And I take up those opportunities. It's always scary. You don't know the kinds of people that you're going to meet. You're going to a country you've never been to before, but I'm no stranger to that, and I've done that my whole life. Ever since I was 18 years old, I basically have been a globetrotter. I'm all over the place. I'm constantly doing weird things like living in a van, or living in Thailand and going to a different Asian country every single week or month or whatever. So it's not a scary thing for me as much as it is for other people, and I already lived this weird life. So I think giving you guys more of an insight into that makes for better content and might inspire some of you to try out the same stuff. You don't have to be as crazy as me. You could save up for a weekend excursion to a place that you've always wanted to go to, but never really put the pieces together and figured out how to do it. One thing that's really pushed me in this direction that I never talk about is my dad. My dad watches my streams all the time, and it is watching me do all this stuff and learning and hearing about my stories and stuff that inspires my dad to go out and explore the US. He really wants to go and see these different states and these different national parks and these different places and visit friends. And I think he's always just kind of built it up in his mind to be more of a hassle than he would be able to overcome. And after he's done a few of these trips, going to Utah, going to New Orleans and Louisiana, he's kind of realized that, oh, this isn't that bad. And following some of your tips about packing and about how to get flights and stuff like that, I've actually been able to do a lot more of that. So I want to share that with you guys. I want you to go out there and live life. I don't want you to leave something on the table if you get hit by a bus tomorrow. I want you to be pretty happy that you did a lot of the things that you wanted to do. And I think part of that is getting out of the way these urges to visit and see these places that you love. If you're an anime weeb, visit Japan. Go and see the places that these things are based off of. Go and experience that culture. Go to an izakaya and get drunk and, hang out with vomiting Japanese people, if that's your thing, right? Go to a maid cafe and enjoy that. Go to a trap cafe and enjoy that. If you're a degen and you want to go to Thailand and fuck prostitutes or whatever, go out, go do it, go try it. If you want to come to, the old Roman cities and buildings and explore that, do that. If you want to go look at the places where the great battles of World War I and II were fought, go do that. If you want to visit Africa and see the old civilizations and stuff like that, go do that. So that's kind of the stuff I want to encourage and give people the information to be better at doing. I spend all of my money and all of my time and all of my energy into doing this. I don't have a base that I live at. I don't have a secret apartment somewhere that I can come home to. All of my money, all of my time, all of my energy goes into travel all the time. And that's how I can do this. And I just think that's a more interesting thing to share with you than my opinion about some debate or something, I'm sure there are a bunch of people that appreciate the structured, approach and this and that, whatever, but I can't do it anymore. This is more fun for me, so I'd rather do this. I enjoy reveling in the chaos, of the political stuff. I do enjoy your community, though, and I'm glad that you seem to be more excited now that you are focusing on it. Yeah, I mean, they do cool stuff. look at those movie posters. Look at this Academy Awards thing. Look at this book club, setup here. The D&D club is going to be doing D&D stuff. That's going to be cool. My host actually knows one of the top 10 players in Denmark, and we may be able to work out that person talking to the D&D club. So I mean, like, if I can just rub together these people that I know and that are interested in the stream or enthusiastic about the stuff they're doing in the world, and we can kind of capitalize on that and focus on that, build communities around that, I think that's a positive thing. I don't want to build communities around people that are grumpy gusses or are drama frogs or whatever, like, you guys can do that, and we have places for that in the Discord. We'll accept all kinds of different people, but like, I want us to build more around things that are fun and that are joyous. And if drama is fun and joyous for you, then, to each your own. But, I personally am more interested in these movie clubs, these music clubs, the anime club and whatever, like, I'm not a big D&D guy, but maybe I'll stop by one or two of these club meetings and see what it's about. And maybe I have it pegged wrong, but, yeah, I think that's fun stuff, and I want to kind of build more of that. I want to build this global Rolodex of people all over the world that I could visit or hang out with or refer people to if they have questions about what to do in a city or something like that. I know that my host has talked about wanting to do this, extend this opportunity to other streamers, and he's very knowledgeable. He's a wonderful dude, and he can definitely give you a ton of info about the area and, what's going on. So there's never a question I ask him that he doesn't have an answer to, and that's incredible in my book. So, I just, this is really fun.